So one book that started me on this journey of, equitable and accessible curriculum for literacy is We Got This by Cornelius Minor. And I read his book when it first came out, I think 2019. Yes, 2019. And I read it like I felt him pulling at my heart. I need to do something. And it was the first time that, as honestly, a white middle class woman, feeling like I had a role to play in making classrooms more equitable. And so when I read his book, I also got to hear him speak. And it was one of those things that when you meet him, you can see the authenticity and the genuine nature of what he believes. But he also has that like conviction in him that kids deserve more. And it was infectious, and it started me on this whole journey. And I have read so many books about equity and whiteness, and even diving into beyond education, but really thinking about what is my role as an educator, especially as a teacher educator in this world that is so unjust. And so what this book does is it's so graphically pleasing. I think that's my favorite thing about this book, is that it is written, and you can even tell from the cover, as a comic, because we want to set ourselves up to be these change agents, the superheroes, if you will, of our schools, but also our students, like empowering our students to say, when things aren't right, to do something about it. And I, as a passive person, and someone who's not confrontational, sometimes I would sit by if something was wrong, even though I knew it was wrong, I would sit by and let it happen. And so what this book does is show you how you can't do that. And you have to say, no, this isn't right. And you have to say, no, our kids deserve better. And you have to stand up for them. And this, it's just filled with so much. It's like you're having a conversation with him. And there's real examples of what this could look like inside of classrooms. There are snippets that you almost can put yourself inside of a classroom hearing kids talk. And it's something that is safe in a way that you read it. You don't feel like you're doing something wrong. You just feel pulled to do better. And I really appreciate that approach by Cornelius Minor. And I think that we can learn so much through him. And he has so many other resources through his speaking engagements, through blog posts that he's posted, through Heinemann. We can learn so much through him as a teacher and as an advocate for equity and justice, and having access to resources, and making sure that our schools are places where every single student feels represented and supported. So what I appreciate about Cornelius Minor is that he helps us take a step back and look inside of our own practice and the practices of our colleagues and say, what could we do to make this even more equitable? Because nobody is perfect. Nobody's got this down packed. Even the places that, have made this their mission for so long, there's still places where we can improve. And I appreciate that he reminds us that sometimes we just have to look through the window into our own classroom to say, what am I doing that is implicitly biased, that I could enhance to be even better? What are some underlying structures inside of my school system that are geared toward one population over another? So it's not that we're doing something wrong, it's just that we need to do better. And so I hope that you'll take time to read his book. It is short, but it is powerful and so life-changing for me. And so I hope that it will be the same for you.